YouTube, Louie here, and I'm going to do a long form video right now. I do these on Saturdays, and we're going to look at Apmex and what they say I have made on purchases of products I bought through them over the last 10 years. So Apmex says that I have spent $104,800 through their website. Not much lately, honestly. And my acquisition cost was $55,854. So you might find this interesting to go back through the stuff that I have bought over the years at Apmex and compare it to what the Apmex prices are. And then we will also take a look at eBay and see how overinflated some of those prices are. Generally, they're quite overinflated, but I think it might be interesting to some of you that are involved in speculating in coins, collecting coins, or just stacking, and see what the last 10 years has looked like in my account on Apmex. And I do not hold this $55,000 of coins that I purchased. Matter of fact, I probably resold the vast majority of these coins. But there could be something interesting in this dialogue. And you can also, reminisce on what you have bought in the past that you resold and made a lot of money on, or whether it was just bullion and you sold that and made good money on that. There is a strategy, or there was a strategy, to buy and resell hot coins in the past. The collector market is completely dead at the moment, so this is not something that works today in 99 out of 100 cases, I would say. But again, you may find this interesting. So Apmex does offer a disclosure that the current value is their resale prices, so they're not saying, they're not claiming that they'll buy it for that. Matter of fact, I don't know what they would pay on the buyback, but it certainly wouldn't be $105,000. But let's take a walk down memory lane and see what I bought and how they did in the aftermarket. There we go. Okay, so they say I bought some gold, about 14,000 of gold, about 88,000 of silver, about $1,700 of platinum. And let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to the beginning when I started stacking. And let's just go back through and see what it is I bought. What was the first coin? Is this not by date? How do they organize this? Well, I thought the first tab would be the oldest. Let's see, 2016, 2017, 2019. Well, this may not be in any particular order, but I'll just start at the last tab and go forward. Okay, we're going to start off with the 1/4 ounce platinum Britannia, currently out of stock. And these, I think they were about $600, way, way overpriced, but a very low mintage. This coin, what do they say it's worth today? I bought 3 of these. I was trying to get over the sales tax limit, and I paid $17.85 for the 3, and they say the current resale price is $17.38. It is not. I have sold all 3 of these coins and lost money on those platinum Britannias. It was a high premium purchase and did not work out. It was a loser. Okay, let's go back and look at the BU Britannias, which apparently were purchased for $18.68 in 2017 and are currently selling for $33.15. So there is a deal, just stacking plain old Britannias, low premium Britannias, and now they're selling for $33. Oh, they might be selling for $30 on eBay, but something like that. So that worked out okay. That is about 7 years for, I don't know, maybe a 50% appreciation. Let's see, what's 30 over 19, 11 over 19? Well, let's call that maybe a 50% appreciation. Not too bad. The 2016 Britannias, purchased at 1961, are selling also in the 30s. Here are some hobo nickels that I purchased. I got quite a few of these. The earlier release of the hobo nickel did pretty well, and the later releases not quite as well, but some people collect those hobo nickels. This is what they look like. Well, this is kind of a one-off, but generally it's a hobo walking with a knapsack on his back, and those did pretty well in the aftermarket. When I was buying in the old days, my thought was, well, if I can sell for 30% more on eBay and pay the 10% in fees and shipping, I've made 20%, and then on to the next coin. Let's see, these pandas. What did pandas go for in 2016? $22.47. Now they sell in the 30s. That was not a bad purchase, but I do not currently hold any silver pandas. I don't really want to be affiliated with Chinese coins, but there is a market for them. It's just a very soft market. And what we paid 21 for probably sells for about 30 today. All right, let's keep going. We have 2011 Fiji. Boy, I don't even remember. Oh, the Taku. Okay, those are popular little coins. They sold pretty cheaply in the back in the day. This would have been purchased in, 2016, 2017, something like that. I paid 25. They currently go in the 30s. No problems there. I did sell those. Here is a 1.5 BU Canadian random. This is a random wildlife series. They are bringing 43 right now per Apmex, and I paid 26. Not a good coin in the aftermarket. I doubt I made any money on those. Okay, Privy Maples. There were a lot of Privy coins back in 2016. I picked up one at 26.22. They say it sells for 48 bucks today. I don't know, I would assume it sells in the low 30s, but pretty good speculation there. Okay, kookaburras. Kookaburras used to be so cheap. This is 2020. I guess we were at a low in silver in 2020 before the pandemic and the silver squeeze, but I got these at $22.31. They say these sell for $48 now. Oh, that was a pretty one. So, wow, did well on that, but I'm pretty sure I sold all my kooks. Pretty sure I sold my kooks when the price was up. When silver was in the high 20s and Apmex was paying, JM Bullion was paying high premiums for it, I got rid of a lot of my kookaburras. Okay, 2014 Libertads. You could get a 1-ounce Libertad back in the day for $23.79. You all know what those did in the aftermarket. In the old days, I used to stack Libertads because they were so cheap and such low mintage. And when the premiums went nuts on those, I sold them all. Okay, so nice profits on the Libertads over time. Here's another Panda, 24 purchase, 52 is what they say it brings today, maybe to bring the mid-30s in reality. Koalas, I bought a lot of koalas. Here's one, under 20 bucks. They say the 2019 koala goes for $58. I don't believe that. Come on, guys, let's go over to eBay. Let's go over to eBay and check what a 2019 koala goes for. I believe I sold most of those, but I do have a collection of koalas, a date run. A nice one, actually. Okay, 2019 koala, silver, 1 ounce. What's the reality of what the koala sells for? Let's look at a sell price. You can do that by just clicking on the sold button over here, and that's how you won't pay too much. Wow, look at that. 64 AU. Oh, 32 bucks. Okay, 32 bucks. Low 30s. I don't know why Apmex is charging so much for those, but 32 bucks, not 58. Okay, but still a solid investment. If you went in at 20 and you got out at 32, who's complaining? All right. Oh, here's a Salivate metal round. It's a 2-ounce round. I bought it for $43. They say it sells for $63. I still have a couple of those, and there is the good old days of Salivate metals. This might have been his first one. Maybe not. I think his first one had the kitty cat on it. But, well, if you want to pick up a Sal round, 63 bucks today. That's a good purchase. Who says that investing in content makers on YouTube doesn't pay? All right, 2020 Lunar Mouse, 25 bucks for the Lunars. They used to be hot and now they're not, but if you're still collecting those, they say those have tripled in price since 2020. That is the Series 3. I honestly don't know anybody that collects Lunars anymore. Perth Mint has really gotten long in the tooth and out of shape. They are not in sync with the current market. But I bet the mintages are pretty low these days, so if you're doing a Lunar 3 set, let me know. Okay, Celestial Animals, the Green Dragon. Bought for 23, they say it has tripled in price. Yeah, these were good coins. I remember these restrikes. Good profits on those in the aftermarket. Of course, to sell in the aftermarket, you got to either mess around on Instagram or you have to have an eBay store. If you have an eBay store like I do, there are fees that go along with that, and there is tax reporting that goes along with that. Okay, the Queen's Beast, the 2020 Queen's Beast. This one is the White Lion. Yeah, I don't quite recall the White Lion. There are two different lions. The Lion of England. Oh, that's right. The White Lion had these big biceps. But now they go for 81 bucks. The buy price on those Queen's Beast coins. Where's the White Lion? Was 42. Now they've doubled in price. Those are true prices. People love the Queen's Beast series. I was making videos every time those came out and recommending those coins. Queen's Beast was one of the preeminent best series to collect ever. Some of them spotted. If you were unlucky, you got some spots. But even a spotted Griffin coin like this, and I bought several of these, or actually I bought some tubes of the Queen's Beast. It's going for $111 on Apmex, probably 90 bucks on eBay. So that was the deal back in the day. There was money to be made. Okay, we had a moon landing coin. What the heck was this? Okay, bad purchase. Let's not look at that one. Here we had a Godzilla coin. This is more recent, 2021. I paid $37. Okay, so this was a mistake. This is back when the Silver Squeeze was on. Everything was really expensive, and I bought some of these Godzilla and King Kong coins, and bummer. My mistake, right? Spot was high, premium was high, not a sovereign coin, just a fancy, goofy coin. Oh, actually, it was a coin. Yeah, it was a coin, not a round. But there's a mistake. Lost money on those. And I don't know if I sold them or not. I still may have a couple because that's the problem with collector coins. The ones you don't sell wind up being the duds, and then you got them in your stack for posterity, and it's hard to sell them at a loss. But you should, if you're collecting and you're reselling and you have a dud, you got to dump it at a loss, guys, and take the tax loss. Let's keep going here. Silver grain, 5 ounces of grain, about 21 bucks an ounce. That's not a bad deal. You could have made money just stacking silver grain over the years. You used to be able to get it for 16 bucks an ounce. Here is a silver pistol. Yeah, I bought some of these. I sold some of these. It was good resale price. More British trade units. These again were solid investments, solid flips, restrike coins. They say they went from 130 to 155. Well, I guess nobody's buying them today. All right, here we have the Emu, and this was a flop. Okay, the Emu series was a flop. There are versions of it that are error coins that are also a flop. Everything about the Emu was a giant flop. Lost money on the Emus, even though I found a bunch of the 3-legged Emus. Just a bad idea. Okay, Proof Britannias. I used to buy the Britannia. I don't even recall buying these. I don't even know why I bought that. But Proof Britannia Proof Reverse Proof set. Oh, these were hot for a while. They had the Proof Reverse Proof set in 2017, and yeah, I generally sold these for a little profit, but not so popular today. Matter of fact, a lot of Great Britain coins have really fallen in popularity. Chinese coins as well, Chinese proof coins. Stick with the American stuff if you're doing this these days. Here's a Lion Restrike coin, went up a lot. I'll give you a look at that. Yeah, those were good coins. I believe I sold those. Here's a Franklin Liberty round. I loved these and I bought quite a few, and they are really popular in the aftermarket. This was probably made by, oh, why am I blanking on their name? It is made by, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on their name. Intaglio. Intaglio makes those. Everything Intaglio put out did pretty well in the aftermarket. Low premium, high quality. I believe I sold most of those because they did really well. Oopsie, what did I do? Okay, so let's keep going back in time. Anything else here? I think I'll pare this down a little bit to some of the bigger purchases I've made. Let's see, the porcupines. The porcupines got porked. Man, that was a bad idea, the porcupines. Bought some of those, lost money on those. Here I got 13 Buffalo rounds for $386. When did I buy these? Now they're selling for $26.65. So Buffaloes, you got to buy them at the right time. If I bought those during FOMO, I made a mistake. Maybe I bought them and melted them. I'm not sure. What else do we have that we bought a lot of? Let's go. I wish this was in date order, not like this. 14 ounces of the ATB quarters. I have a set of these, or I had a set of these. I was doing a date run of the state quarters and the ATB, America the Beautiful quarters, and you can still stack these and collect these, and every one has got how much silver in it? A little bit of silver. It's, I believe, the same as a silver quarter. The silver content, 7.23 troy ounces in a roll of $10. So 0.734 per dollar. So there you go. And sometimes you can find these cheap, and they are fun, especially if you want to get your kids collecting silver. That's a good way to do it. Here's another proof reverse proof set. Bought these, resold these, paid $900 for this set. Sold it for more, but that was a quick flip. Here I am, still messing up. Hold on, let's see if we can find something else big. 2, 5, 5, 10. Got 10 of these. Oh, God, The Simpsons. Okay, the Simpson donut was the biggest no-brainer of all time. They sold for about 25 bucks in the aftermarket. They pretty much doubled that price. Bought tubes and tubes and tubes, guys, of these things. This is one of the ways I got my stack to be several thousand ounces of silver, is by playing in the collector market. I don't recommend it to you guys, and I don't recommend it today. But the Simpsons, oh my God, what a money train that was. So popular. Anything else here of interest? No, let's keep going. Here are the Tudor Beasts. Royal Tudor Beast, Seymour Panther, proof in box. Yes, I did buy some of these, and I did resell them, but they were slow to start, and the series has not caught fire. Matter of fact, I think the images are just plain lame. I will say it. I was a big proponent of this series. I believe I made a mistake, although these are doing well in the aftermarket, apparently. I just don't like the images, so I think it's just not for me. I'm just not collecting those anymore. James Bond, Diamonds Are Forever, hot bar. It is just a bar, product of the Royal Mint, and bought a lot of these, and they were so nice in the aftermarket. They're selling, well, about double what I paid for them. I sold all mine. And then I bought the second release as well, which is not doing as good, which is the Nobody Ever Dies. I don't know, forget. But yeah, the next one, again, it was purchased during higher prices and higher premium. So there's where a good thing turned into not a good thing. Let's see, what did I buy a lot of? These hobo rounds. This is really, really old stuff. These were like 25 bucks a piece, and I've been selling these for a long, long time. They never totally caught fire. Let's see, 5 ounces of Morgan dollars in rattlers. If you're gonna collect Morgans in, PCGS or NGC holders. So I purchased these at 250. These were overpriced at the time, and these were not my best purchases. And I typically collect MS64, so I still have these. This is not a good example, but if you're going to collect something everybody collects, and do it in the numismatic category in the holder so it's verified. Don't get ripped off on eBay with a raw coin. My Morgan collection has just caught fire in the aftermarket. And that is one of the way I diversify my precious metals is numismatics. It's not for everybody, but if you have a lot of money to invest, then make numismatics part of your investments and get them in a graded form and shop for them and snipe them on eBay. Okay, here's 20 ounces of Comsco Tigers. These things were really hot in the aftermarket, but a lot of them spotted, and I do not buy Comsco anymore for that very reason. What else did I buy a lot of? I got 26 random 2-ounce Libertads at, I don't know, 28 an ounce, something like that. Oh, I don't remember what I sold those for, but all the Libertads in the early days, that's what I used to stack, and I sold all my Libertads when the FOMO set in. I don't recommend collecting Libertads these days. If you get them for under 28 bucks, yeah, sure, that might be fine. But they used to be 15 bucks and 16 and 17 bucks. And you're looking for the next BU coin that's going to be hot, not the one that was hot and is now hot. So cool your jets on the Libertad, guys. I'm out of those. Silver Swans. Well, here I made a big investment in Silver Swans. Again, it was one of those no-brainers in the go-go days. I think this might have been the first one. It was like, well, what was it? It was 40 into that would be about, well, 50, 1100 divided by 40 would be 25 bucks, 26 bucks an ounce. People didn't realize it at the time, but that was one of the hottest coins ever, and that was probably a triple on those coins. Okay, here's more Libertads. Here's the one that sticks out in my mind, one of the ones, the 2020 Libs. I bought 50 ounces. That is about 32 an ounce. And try to find the 2020s in the aftermarket. You'll pay up for those. Again, I have sold them. Here's the 5-ounce Libertads. In the old days, Apmex used to wholesale these at the end of the year, and I picked up 20 of the 5-ounce Libertads for about $2,000. They sell for about $6,000 today, and one of the best trades I have ever made, but I have sold them, except for a couple that tarnished. And what else we got there? There are videos. If you want to go back through my old videos, over 1,000 videos on YouTube over the last 10 years, you can see all the unboxings, so you'll know this is true. Sometimes I even alerted the community before they came out. And sometimes I was right, and sometimes I was wrong. Oh, Queen Anne's Revenge, hot coin. Look at this. Bought for $2,000, current value $12,000. Now, it ain't that, but it was a hot coin. It was a no-brainer. It was the first. It was a low mintage of, got specifications in here. The mintage was, it was a really low mintage. I don't know, like 15, 20,000. But one of the best trades of my career was 96 of the Queen Anne's Revenge. And they're all gone. They are sold, converted into low premium bullion or other collector coins. But I am really into the bullion right now. And while I was not buying Silver Eagles at the time, back in the day, people were getting them for 24, 25. 17, $18 an ounce. And if you were selling during FOMO, you could have got $40 for them. They did really well in the Silver Eagles. So a collector market is dead today. I'm not buying much, if anything, in the collector market. But U.S. Eagles are cheap. So it's the opposite of when Libertads were cheap and Eagles, well, we're a little more than Libertads. I was getting the libs. Now Eagles are cheap, Libertads are expensive. That is how I like to play the collectible silver market and the bullion silver market. And you just can't beat the prices today on Eagles or Maples or Britannias, just generic silver at $1 over spot. So it's a good time to be buying. So that was my first page. This is Apmex, and like I say, I never buy from Apmex anymore unless it is a really, really good deal. It is an advertised deal. It's something I really want. Their prices are just too high. And even if you have the credit card, their prices are just the Apmex credit card with 4% off, their prices are too high. And yes, I belong to the elite Grand Boobah membership club, which is total bullshit, because when you want something that is like, I remember when the libs were about to be released, and I would message my account representative, tell me when the Libertads are coming out. Reserve me 100 Libertads, etc., etc. No reply ever. What do you get noticed of? High premium collector coins that they're trying to dump on rich people. Okay, that's what the elite club is all about. And if you're one of those people that has a bunch of money and you collect, that's totally cool. But if you're an average guy, and contrary to the amount of money you see I have spent, I'm an average guy, and I rotate my money through my silver and gold bullion. I don't sit on it, and sometimes I hold it. I mean, I hold a lot of silver, but that's silver that is easily liquidated when we get into FOMO, not the weird collector coins. If you're in the rich man category and you want to play that elite club game, they're going to show you stuff they want to dump because it's high premium. That's what that's all about. That's what Apmex is all about, guys. Okay? Okay? They are just, it's a rich man's game, and sometimes they have good deals, and you should shop there when they do, and they probably have the best customer service of any bullion retailer, and anything you buy you don't like, you can send it back for any reason. So if that makes you want to buy there, then go right ahead. But that is the story of my $100,000 of purchases on Apmex, of which I probably only have $10,000, $5,000 remaining, and what they say my holdings are. So take it with a grain of salt when you do use this tool, but also use it and, congratulate yourself if you've done well in the aftermarket. But remember, you have to sell to capture those profits. If you aren't selling, sometimes hot coins become not so hot coins. Sometimes not so hot coins become really crappy coins in the aftermarket. And sometimes a big old stack of collector coins is a big old stack of headache. So keep it cheap, keep it stacked, low premium. This is just an exercise in fantasy for, I think, some people, and you could see what has happened in the past. And then you also have to recognize your own skills. Are you good enough to recognize the next hot coin? And are you skilled enough to sell that coin on eBay and pay the fees, and then do your Schedule C at the end of the year and pay taxes? And, is that you? If that's not you, stay away from this stuff. And just buy your tubes of Eagles and Maples and Britannias and, cheap gold. and be happy with stacking. That works out just fine, as you saw with Silver Eagles. That works out just fine if you sell. If you sell when the prices are up, you can reload when the prices are down. And so don't complain about how silver hasn't done anything over the last few years. Were you selling when Eagles were 40 bucks? If you weren't, take a mental note and sharpen up. Okay, and don't get sentimental about your silver and gold. I love it. I hold it. I pour it. I cherish it. But I'm not crazy, so crazy that I'll let a great premium sneak by and hold it in my stack. And collections are generally just that, collections for the family, for the kids, and for your fantasy. But collections are not really where it's at unless you're in the numismatic category. Okay, that's all I'll say, and I'll be curious if some people remember some of these deals over time. It's been a lot of years, a lot of miles, a lot of money spent. But what are your thoughts on all of this? Okay, and I don't show you this to show off. I show you this to show you what's hot, what's not, what was, what isn't, and recognize the complexity of the collector market, and if you have the skills to play that market. And then let's just get back to stacking. Okay, that's what we're doing. Check out my other videos on if you want to get the best deal on low premium silver. You can find that link down below, and I do those videos every day except for Sunday. Thanks for tagging along, guys, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about some of these deals, and whether you were in and made money on them, or you watch them pass you by, or you just don't mess around with it because you want life to be easier than this. The other thing that's involved in this stuff is thousands of hours of time, buying, selling, packaging. That is not for the faint of heart. So you better have a lot of energy if you're going to get into the resale market, or a lot of time. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Louis out.